Hi guys, Darth Deuces here, another Gunpla model kit review, and today I have the HGUC Gundam Crossbones X1 mobile suit to take a look at. So this is another Gundam, very piratey like Gundam. I got this recently at a local Comic Con in sci-fi convention and whatnot. Got it because I like HGUC kits. I thought it looked cool. Gundams are cool. Picked it up. Turns out it's from a manga and hasn't gotten an OVA adaptation yet or ever. Probably will never read the manga, but the mobile suit itself looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's take a look at it. One thing that's interesting is this kit actually seems just a bit on the small side. Well, aside from the fact that he's slender, he's also just seems like just a bit short, just slightly short. I don't know if that's accurate or not. He just seems slightly short compared to other HGUC kits and Gundams, but it could be just me. I do like the colors. You got mainly white, obviously, but you have some reds. You got this dark navy blue, some yellow as well. You got the vent one on. I've just panel lined this and added the foil stickers and haven't done anything else, but I do like the sticker on the front there, the emblem. The head's really cool. Got the open vent faceplate. It does come with two faceplates, the open vent and the closed vent, or open mouth and closed mouth, what have you. I really do like the, it's hard to see, but I really do like the skull and crossbones piece on the front, on the head there. I think that's really cool. You got the V fin, which looks nice as well. And you got the shoulders, and they're not too grand or anything, just, shoulders, but that looks pretty good. And you got the arms, these bits which are folded in, they do have functionality. That's why I have this one folded out, because one thing you got to be careful of is, I actually broke mine. This one broke on me, because what you have to do is, like the one I have here, you got to flip them out, and you actually have to remove this piece and then put it on the way I have it here, but it's really hard to actually get off, and I was trying to get it off, and broke this one. So the way I display it, I use this one, but don't do this one, so I close that one up, and I keep that one open. That's just the way that is. But you got the hips here, and you do have these holes where you can store accessories, which I'll show later. That's pretty cool. And you got the front skirts, which are pretty good. Nothing too much to talk about, honestly. You do have the thruster system here on the back, which is kind of like where it gets the name, Crossbones, cross. And you do have these, so that is pretty cool. That definitely makes the Gundam look more unique to other mobile suits. And you do have the legs here. I do like how these kind of flare out, which is pretty cool. And I do like the yellow pieces as well. And overall, it's a pretty cool looking mobile suit. Not a whole lot to talk about. And you got the peg there for stands, but it does look really cool. In terms of articulation, it is not too bad at all. You got the sort of double, it's ball joint at the head, up and down, a bit of pivot and rotation. You can move the arms out, they're on the ball joint. You can move them outwards a decent amount too, which is good. You got rotation, double hinges there, so they move all the way in, and ball joints at the wrist. I do get a bit of crunch, it's not too much, but you do get a little bit, and you got a ball joint there so you can rotate at the waist. Hips move all the way out with no problem, and all the way forward again, no problem, except for those coming off, but aside from that, no problem. Put that back on there. Rotation at the thigh. This is probably the one spot where I have some issue with the articulation. The thighs are a little loose. They move a little too easily. It's not like terrible, but they are just a bit loose. Double hinges at the knees. And you can move the ankles forward quite a bit, move them up quite a bit. And they have actually a really good pivot. So that's pretty cool. And there's also a ball joint at these pieces here to allow for that articulation to move more freely. And now we will move on to accessories, which this guy comes with quite a few. So this guy comes with quite a bit of stuff. First of which, he does come with some alternate hands. So I just have the normal gripping hands on him right now. You also get this hand, which has the pivot, the wrist pivoted outwards. So you do get that for the right side. And then you get the right and the left hand for gripping the beam gun he has. So there's a peg actually in the hand for holding that gun in the trigger hand, so you do have that as well for each side. Next, I guess you do, like I said, you do get the other faceplate. This is the closed faceplate. So you do get alternate faceplates. You don't usually see that on a kit, so that's pretty cool. Though you might, while you're building it, you might as well figure out which one you want to display it on, because you got to open up the whole head to put the other face on. So you're not gonna really want to be changing them all the time. Next up, what do I want to talk about now? Talk about the core fighter. You actually get the core fighter with this. So here's the core fighter piece. It's just two white pieces. So if you want to make it look actually good, you have to actually paint it, which I'm not gonna do, or not gonna do anytime soon at least. So it's just gonna look like this, but it's pretty cool. And what you're supposed to do is you take off the back bit, take off this white piece like so, plug that in there like that, close these like that, and then there you have the core fighter with the big ass thing on the back. But that's pretty cool. I like that. You don't usually get a core fighter with a high grade, so that's pretty cool. Moving these out, and I actually forgot to talk about the articulation. They're all on ball joints at the base, so you can move them around a decent amount. You can also move out the boosters as well. So that is also something that is pretty cool. And just putting that back on real quick. Next up, he comes with a couple, actually heat daggers, which is a really cool couple of accessories. Because come with these two heat daggers, so that's really cool. They got hand guards and you get the little blades and stuff, so that's really cool. And then to supplement those, you get two other heat dagger pieces like this, but they don't have handles, and that is because on the base of the feet there are some little tabs, tab holes. You just tab the knives in. You can actually have the knives sliding, looking like they're sliding out of the feet. So that's a really cool feature. I really like that. Obviously, you need a display base and action base to get the full effect. You'll actually display it like that for the most part, but that is really cool. Next up, he does come with two standard beam sabers with this nice pinkish beam effects for the blades and just standard white handles. Unfortunately, as far as I can see, there's nowhere to actually store the beam hilts like most MSs do, but that's okay. It is cool that they have those, and you can literally just, slide them in his hands. You don't got to take them apart, which is always a plus. And you can have him hold the beam sabers, so that's pretty cool. You do get the beam gun, which is pretty cool. It's modeled after a flintlock pistol, like a pirate flintlock pistol, which is really cool. And you have to use those pegged hands to get him to hold it, but it looks pretty cool. It also has a peg here, so you can store it on his hip if you want. It's a bit big, but you can do it, which is cool. One of the cooler accessories is you do get this other beam saber, which looks like a pirate cutlass, which is really cool. It has this big beam curved blade, which is awesome. You do have to take it apart with the hand to get him to hold it, but it holds it all right. It's a bit, loose, but it's not too bad. So that's pretty cool. You do actually get a feature with it, so you can remove the beam effect. Well, actually, first off, you remove the beam effect. You can also store this on the hip, so that looks pretty good. If you want to do that, you can also take it apart a little bit. I might be doing this wrong, but and you can put it like that. Flip that down. You might have to do that too, and then do that, and then you get I think this is how you get the buster configuration, beam buster rifle configuration. Anyways, you make it more like an actual beam rifle. You can hold it there, and it's a bigger gun, so I think that's also pretty cool. It's a nice little feature to do. I prefer to have it in the beam cutlass because I think this looks really cool, but that's an option you get, so you always like more options. And then lastly, you do get some beam effects where you can use the forearm pieces to get the things. You don't have to remove the hands. I'm not sure if you're actually supposed to or not. I don't think you're supposed to anyways. You can flip those up. And the first two, you get two of these. You can do it on one on each hand. You get these little small beam saber effects. You put in his hand little beam blades, so that's pretty cool. This guy has a very big emphasis on melee combat, as you can see. But you do get 2 of those. And lastly, the beam effect I like to display him with is his beam shield. You get a beam shield, which is really cool. And again, that just plugs right into there, and you get the nice translucent beam shield, which looks awesome. So overall, this kit's really cool. If you like the whole piratey aesthetic to it and like all the beam effects, I mean, you're just a fan of Gundams, I definitely recommend picking it up. The build's not hard at all, and you get a pretty cool mobile suit kit as the finished product. So it's a pretty cool kit overall. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.